Ecclesiastes 12:13. The conclusion of the matter, everything having been heard, fear God and keep his commandments, because this is the whole duty of mankind. This passage is very shocking. It turns out that what God desires from people is so simple and clear: to fear him and keep his commands. These two acts define the whole purpose of life. They encompass reverence, obedience, relationship, and accountability before the Creator. 1. Deuteronomy 10:12. And now, Israel, what does the Lord your God require of you, but to fear the Lord your God, to walk in all his ways, to love him, and to serve the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul. Fearing God and obeying him from the heart is exactly what Ecclesiastes affirms as life's purpose. 2. Proverbs 9:10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. True wisdom begins with a holy fear of God, which leads to right living and obedience. 3. Psalm 111:10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. All those who do his commandments have good understanding. His praise endures forever. Fear and obedience are inseparable in a life that honors God with understanding. 4. John 14:15. If you love me, you will keep my commandments. Love for Christ is proved through obedience, echoing Ecclesiastes' call to keep God's commands. 5. 1 John 2:3. By this we know that we have come to know him, if we keep his commandments. Knowing God is confirmed not by words, but by the life of obedience. 6. Deuteronomy 6:2. So that you may fear the Lord your God, to keep all his statutes and his commandments that I command you, you and your son and your grandson, all the days of your life, and that your days may be prolonged. Fearing God and obeying his word leads to generational blessing and life. 7. Matthew 10:28. And do not fear those who kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear the one who is able to destroy both soul and body in Gehenna. The proper fear of God places him above all earthly threats and drives true obedience. 8. Romans 13:10. Love does no harm to a neighbor, therefore love is the fulfillment of the law. Keeping God's commandments is fulfilled through love, aligning with his moral will. 9. Psalm 34:9. Fear the Lord, you his saints, for those who fear him will not lack anything. The fear of the Lord brings provision and security to those who walk in his ways. 10. Revelation 14:12. Here is the perseverance of the saints, those who keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. The righteous are identified by both faith in Jesus and obedience to God's commands. 11. Isaiah 66:2. But to this one I will look, to the one who is humble and contrite in spirit, and who trembles at my word. God honors the one who fears him and submits to his word in humility. 12. James 1:22. But become doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving yourselves. Fearing God means acting on his word, not just listening without obedience. 13. Luke 1:50. And his mercy is for those who fear him from generation to generation. God's mercy abides with those who walk in holy fear before him across the ages. 14. Psalm 128:1. Blessed is everyone who fears the Lord, who walks in his ways. Fear of God expressed in obedience brings blessing and joy to those who follow him. Conclusion: Ecclesiastes 12:13 strips life down to its essential truth: fear God and keep his commands. These are not burdensome, but reveal our purpose and identity before the Creator. A life shaped by reverent fear and humble obedience fulfills God's will and secures his pleasure. This is the entire duty and joy of humanity, now and forever. Amen.